מצדיק את הרשע, justifying the wicked, supporting the wicked, complimenting him on Facebook. Great, Rabbi, amazing idea, all this nonsense of all these fakers and ignorant, only add more punishments to their account, literally by the minutes. The more you compliment them, the more Hashem will punish you severely. And not only that, if other people influenced by your compliments, and they also start to compliment, you have to also pay for their sins as well, because you trigger it. You cause this Chillul HaShem. So people can mamash lose their olam haba for pure stupidity, or lack of attention, you call it any way you want. To'avat Hashem gam shneim. It's abomination in the eyes of Hashem. Despicable. What? When you go against the righteous and when you justify the wicked. Remember this. On the next time, if you have a friend or a cousin, and he's not exactly righteous, and he speaks things that are not aligned with Jewish ideology, be very careful never to tap on his shoulder. Never, no matter how much he helped you in life. Don't ever kiss up to him trying to find favor in his eyes by sacrificing the truth of the Torah and his laws to find favor in the eyes of the wicked cousin or friend. Be very careful, it's a very common problem that religious people do. My uncle knows what he's talking about, he's a smart guy. If he say it, he has reasons. No, he doesn't have reason. The only reason is that he's wicked and rotten. And everything real and true in the Torah bothers him. Because in his subconscious he knows he's wicked and he's corrupted and every second of his life is a lie. He knows it. And therefore he constantly has problems with religious people, with rabbis, with speakers. Righteous people don't have problems with good speakers that speak strong. Only wicked have problems. Wicked or ignorant or people with corrupted ideology. Righteous people don't have problems. You see it all the time. When you come to a big Talmid Chacham, Rabbi, this rabbi says such and such and such. So what's the problem? That's exactly what the Torah says. He doesn't understand what you want. Then you go to a rotten liberal. What? Unbelievable. It's abuse. Outrageous. It's vile. Why? Because his mind is so crooked that when he hears words of the Torah, it drives him crazy. You understand? So it doesn't really matter who say what, or even if he reads it in a book. And this is basically what's happening here. Next thing, if you compliment him in public, then chilel et Hashem yitbarach. That's a sin of Chillul HaShem. Chillul HaShem, it's the 7th section in hell, that nobody comes out of there for eternity. Making Chillul HaShem, supporting Democrats, supporting gay marriage, supporting liberals, supporting gay rabbis, reform, conservative, all the nonsense that you hear today among American Jews and others. This is very massive Chillul HaShem. The punishment for Chillul HaShem is trillions of years in Gehenom. You want to get the source? Open the book of Reshit Chochmah, Sha'ar HaYira. It's the legendary Kabbalist Rav Eliyahu Mividash, 500 years ago in Tzfat. It's a legendary book. It's a combination of all the Zohar and the words of the Gemara of Chazal, all the secrets. And it says clearly over there, Chillul HaShem is going to Mador Shvi'i Bagehenom, ve'enam yotzim misham le'olam. They never come out of there for eternity. You calculate how much is eternity, 1 billion years, 1 trillion years, 500 trillion years. For what? Such a long punishment? For this, for complicating the wicked on the internet, for supporting Dweck, for supporting the other one from Boca Raton and all the other rotten ones, for promoting them, for protesting for them, for supporting Slifkin, another anti-Torah apikores that all the rabbis put him on a ban, and all the other gang. That's the biggest Chillul HaShem. Everyone that supports these wicked people immediately put himself in such a danger that when the time comes, believe me, he will regret every word he typed for their protection. Every word. Why? Because Hashem cannot stand people that are pretending to be religious and doing everything the opposite. You want to be a goy? Say I'm a goy. I don't follow Torah. Leave me alone. I will say whatever I want and I will do whatever I want. And I'll deal with God when I meet him. But don't pretend to be Moshe Rabbeinu and in the end you are worse than Bilam. עושים מעשה זמרי ומבקשים שכר כפנחס. That's what Chazal call it. They behave like Zimri ben Salu, who came with the Goya and made the sin in front of everyone, and then they want a prize like Pinchas that killed them. that Hashem gave them a prize, that are making an eternal covenant with him to give him peace and his children, making the worst sins in the Torah and then pretending that they are big tzaddikim. They call themselves with all kinds of titles, Harav HaGaon, Harav Hazeh, the chief rabbi of this, the executive, all kinds of nonsense name. These people don't even deserve to be called Jews. They call themselves rabbis. So here is an example how much you have to be careful. You see, the Torah is not only not to eat pork and not to break Shabbat. It's much, much, much larger and wider than what people know. Most of the people who don't go to learn in yeshiva seriously and read books like this, like The Way of the Righteous, they have no idea how many mistakes they do in an average day with a good heart, trying to defend wicked people or relatives, and they fall themselves into a huge trap called Chillul HaShem. And what can I do? That Chillul HaShem is the worst sin in the Torah, that even Yom Kippur does not erase. You cry the whole Yom Kippur for 20 years in a row. It does not erase Chillul HaShem. Only the death can erase Chillul HaShem if a person did tshuva. If he didn't do tshuva, I just told you where he goes. To the 7th section in Gehenom and stays there for eternity. That's what's written. You want to take the risk? Up to you. You want to be very careful. וחייב אדם למסור עצמו לסכנה ולא ישים עצמו בעוון הזה. You have to put your life in a risk and don't agree to make this sin. Supporting the wicked and kissing up to them, the wicked people.